Some of you who have been following me throughout various social networks over, well, the past few days certainly, have seen me get a bit upset at this the iPhone 3G, and I think more to the point, the new OS 2.0, which, seemingly was a good upgrade. However, I am running into nothing but headaches with it. I have completely had to restore this thing at least 3 times. And I'm on the cusp of having to do it again. And I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. Like, none whatsoever. I'm running the same apps. I'm installing the apps through iTunes, not over the iPhone, because some people say if you use the updater on the iPhone, then you run into issues. I'm completely, well, for the lack of a better word, baffled as to why I'm having headaches. And the only thing I can, just assume it would be is the fact that iPhone 2.0 is just not mature. Much like Windows Vista was not mature when it was released. I think Apple is facing a Vista problem with mindshare with iPhone 2.0. Now, what it alleges to bring to the table is support for third-party apps. However, and I've been experiencing this at least 3 times with 3 of the most recent restores of the iPhone OS. And again, I'm not restoring from a backup. I'm like wiping it out and then having to install everything, manually again. And then that means updating my settings, adding the web icons, which aren't saved, and that's starting to really get on my nerves because then I have to go in and add the friend feed and Hollow and my blog and all that crap. So I just want to show you, this is what I keep running into. After a restore and getting everything set up again, like adding account usernames, passwords, which I wish were stored in a different fashion, inevitably something will go wrong. And I think it's one app, and I'll completely get rid of that app, but apparently it's not that one app, it's something else. I don't know what's going on. And again, to illustrate this point, I'm going to switch camera angles. I've got my Xbox 360 webcam set up right here, so I've switched angles here, so hopefully you'll be able to see this okay. The video didn't pause for too long. Again, this is a live production here. Here we go, and I've got the brightness setting okay. So here it is, 6:47 p.m., and I unlock the iPhone, and here are the apps. Here are some apps. Now, I'll tell you, I can go in and I can browse just about any native app. I don't even think I've set up local. Yeah, I haven't set up all my time clocks. I can browse and go through any app that is a native app on the iPhone, and it works just fine. I can go into Notes, which, by the way, are not backed up, so I lost all my notes. Yay, thanks, Apple. I can key in, yada, yada, yada. So I can make that note. I can save the note. Not a big deal. But the moment I try to launch a third-party app, I'm just going to go to a page and just launch any third-party app, really. It doesn't matter what third-party app, because inevitably it'll launch for like 1 second and then crash. Let's try that one. I'm going to show you. Here we go, and crash. Okay, let's try AirMe. Here we go, and crash. Every single third-party app, I can't get past. I mean, there's a splash screen and crash. And it doesn't tell me what's going on. I can launch any native app, but inevitably, even after a full restore, I cannot launch. I mean, I can do it for like a little while. I can launch an app and then use it for a while, try to launch another app, and inevitably, they'll all just stop working. Like, it doesn't take that long at all for them to stop working. There's no rhyme or reason to why this is happening. Obviously, there's no apps running in the background. Like, there's something that's throwing it off. After a full restore, it'll work for a little while, and then all of a sudden, all the third-party apps will do this. It's insane. I've done resets, I've done restores, I've done everything, and I can't figure out what's going on. So I'm just resolved to not using any third-party apps on the iPhone. I don't know if anybody else is running into the problem or know what's going on or can put me in touch with someone at Apple that can help me troubleshoot through this issue, because this is an absolute headache. I'm not going to restore this thing again because inevitably I'm going to run into the same problem. So, yes, it's an early adopter tax. I realize. Yes, I jumped aboard sooner than I probably should have, but I can't help it. I'm addicted to gadgetry, and I got to tell you that what it could be is amazing, as we've talked about before. You've seen me demonstrate third-party apps on this device, and now suddenly, no, I don't want to work anymore. That's it. Can't run anything. I'm not going to buy anything more. I don't even want to download anything more. I'm afraid to use it as long as it's, not a native app on the iPhone. I've got no troubleshooting tools. I have no ability to easily see what's going on. So yeah, my frustration's starting to mount. It started with the first restore, the second restore, and after I got to the third one, that was it. I had to show people what was going on. In fact, some of the people who were watching live at live.perillo.com the other day, I showed them, I'm like, look, here's what's going to happen. And I predicted, I said, see, I'm running this third-party app. It was the Fortune Cookie app from AOL, which was subsequently uninstalled, and I still ran into the problem. I ran it, and I said, now watch this. It's going to freeze. It's going to restart, and now I'm not going to be able to get into any third-party apps. I thought it was that app that was throwing things off. Well, after I restored and didn't have the app anymore, I thought that would have fixed it. It didn't fix it. There's something else that's wrong, and I don't know what's wrong. And some people say, well, you've installed too many apps. Okay, do you realize how idiotic that sounds? That's like saying you've got a 500 gigabyte hard drive and you've got too much data on it. You can only have like 3 files. Dude! If it's a defective unit, it's news to me. If it's a defective unit, I'd still have to wait weeks, if not months, to get a replacement. I mean, at this point, like I said, I don't think I'm going to restore it again because I'm tired of setting things up again. Usernames, passwords, exchange information, all that crap. I'm going to wait, see what happens, and continue to use the native apps that are running on the iPhone and just using web-based apps, knowing full well that the next time I restore it, I'm going to lose all those bookmarks, not bookmarks in the Safari, but, the ones that you add. I showed you how to add, like, a page to your I don't know what you would call it, the dashboard, springboard. What's the thing called? Hang on. I'm so flustered right now. Add to home screen is what they call it in Safari. I can't back those up and restore them, so I have to keep adding them over and over again, which is another reason why I just don't want to restore it again. So I don't know what Apple's doing. I don't know why they're waiting on a bug fix. I don't know why someone would tell me that I've installed too many apps. Well, sorry, but to me that sounds a little idiotic. Don't blame the user. It's not my problem. This isn't a jailbroken phone. Yet I'm running into issues. Don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. I'm not going to switch, that's for sure. I mean, that's like, I'm not going to cut off my nose to spite my face. Well, you should use Windows Mobile. Oh, yeah, that's right. This isn't working, so I'm just going to run my face along a cheese grater. Yeah, solves it all. Anyway, I'm more than willing to help. Like, give any kind of information that I can get just to solve the problem. If not for me, then for everybody else. It's frustrating when you're doing everything the way you should be doing it, and it's not working. That's not my problem. I swear, it's not my problem. I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary. I'm just trying to use the damn thing. Yeah, I know I'm an early adopter. Guilty as charged, but hey, the thing doesn't work. I gotta tell you, it doesn't work, and now I could never be accused of being a fanboy. I know I'll still be accused of it, but I'll just point back to this video and say, look, if you think this is being a fanboy, I'm not the one with the problem. My email address is chris@perillo.com. If you have an actual solution to this problem and not telling me, oh, just restart it, let me know. If you know of someone who could possibly help, just help! Let me know. You're also welcome to stop by the website where I'm streaming live video out pretty much all the time. When I run into a headache, everybody out there who's watching the video knows right away. They sometimes can help, sometimes not so much. They can watch me, be helpless. That's a nice screensaver. I get my screensavers from jwz.org. Yes, I don't have much of a life. I have nothing better to do on a Saturday evening than sit in front of a camera and bitch about devices. That's what I do. You're welcome to join me and the geeks here in the chat room 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.perillo.com. We'll see you later.